Good evening. The word of the day is assume. I've been out working today. I got a sawmill recently and I was sawing some floorboards and it reminded me of a story from my grandfather. Only the floorboards I was sawing today for a cattle trailer. He sawed some floorboards for a house one time many years ago. When they first moved here to this property, there was a huge white oak tree down below where the old house was that they lived in. It was located near a spring. When they sawed it down, they had a 6 foot crosscut saw that only had a few inches left on each side of the saw when they sawed into the tree to cut it down. It made a huge log so big that when they went to pull it up out of the place where it was in, they rolled it up on a wagon and hooked 2 mules and 2 horses to it and would only let them walk a step or two before they would stop and let them rest and chock the wheels of the wagon so it wouldn't roll back down into the place where the tree was. When they got it all sawed up, he took it to a place in Shelby that would dress the flooring and tongue and groove it to be used in a house. When he went in with the lumber, he told the man that ran the operation that he had some flooring, some white oak flooring he would like to sell. And the man looked at him and said, "Sir, there's no white oak trees left in Cleveland County that make boards good enough for flooring." And said, "I'm not interested in it." So my grandfather told him, "Well, okay, but I still want it dressed and put the tongue and groove in it so I can use it in my house. I'm remodeling my house and I'll just use it in my own house." So he said, "Okay, just go around there," and said, "The man's around there that will do it." Well, they took the lumber to the guy and he unloaded it and he started running it through the planer to dress it. In a few minutes, he stopped and went up and told the guy, he said, "You better come look at this stuff." He said, "You hadn't seen anything like this in a long time." The man went and looked at the lumber and went back and said, "Mr. Mays, I am interested in your lumber. I do want to buy it." My granddaddy looked at him and said, "No, sir, it's not for sale. There's no white oak trees around here good enough to make flooring." The man had made a bad assumption. He assumed the lumber wasn't good enough and didn't believe what my grandfather told him. In this day and age, there's a lot of information out there that's not very good. Don't assume it's right until you check it out, or you might end up making a bad assumption. So pay attention. There's a lot of rumors floating around. I even heard one the other day that said if you would drink bleach, you would not get the coronavirus. Well, folks, you don't need to be drinking bleach. That won't do you any good when it comes to the coronavirus and a lot of other things. Be careful what you assume. Have a great day.